His beaver cap and his chicker tail. Let's see what he has to say. What's he got for us this time? They're probably Blu-rays.
Aficionados Chris.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Aficionados Chris.
It's a comfort measure.
Aficionados
Shine the lights, shoot the camera, smile for the world in panorama. He likes to impersonate Walk-On.
Hey everybody, Aficionados Chris here, and today we're going to be talking about two really awesome sitcoms that come out from Mill Creek, and we're also going to be talking about one of my favorite cartoons as a kid, which unfortunately had a very mediocre film recently. I guess that gives you somewhat of a hint about what it is, and those items that we're going to be talking about are Married with Children, Seasons 3 and 4, and The Cosby Show, Seasons 3 and 4, as well as two individual single-disc releases of the original Mr. Peabody and Sherman on DVD from DreamWorks. Now first we're going to talk about these two season combo packs from Mill Creek. A lot of people probably remember my older video where I talked about the first two seasons of Cosby Show, Married with Children, as well as the complete series of Dilbert and seasons 1 and 2 of Bewitched. So they're still releasing a lot of these, and I'm very happy that they are because these are some of my favorite sitcoms. The Cosby Show is still one of my favorite sitcoms. Even today, every time I watch it when it's on late night TV or now with these DVDs, it's actually aged beautifully. I think it's one of the best sitcoms of all time. I would definitely rank it like in the top 10 or at least top 15. I think it's honestly still that good. It's brilliantly written, it's incredibly relatable, and overall just a very smart, lovable show. You know, there's nothing really too wrong about it. You know, so many sitcoms nowadays try to push the boundaries of what they can put on television, but Bill Cosby never really went that far. He was, you know, he was the family man essentially. You know, Bill Cosby was the guy you turned on, and it was like he was like your TV dad. You know, he had great morals. Whether it was a cartoon like Fat Albert or a sitcom with the Cosby Show, you felt right at home when he was talking to you through his television. And every day I still think that when I watch him. He's just a funny guy, and he doesn't have to resort to crudity, vulgarity, or any of those things that a lot of other comedians have to do to get a good joke. Bill Cosby's just a naturally humble and funny man. And I love this show still, as I've emphasized. And Mill Creek is doing a great job with these releases. The picture quality could probably look a little bit better, but you know, they are putting a lot of episodes on these discs. And you know, this is two seasons, seasons 3 and 4 all together. And unfortunately, as a lot of people who've been watching these videos will probably understand what I'm about to show you, Mill Creek is still stacking the discs on top of the cases. However, I have been informed by a PR of Mill Creek that they may be looking into fixing this problem. I really hope they do because it's just a bad idea for these DVDs. You want people to, you know, spend money on your product. Don't give them a product that looks like this, and the discs will more than likely get scratched up because they will complain. I'm actually surprised a lot of people are not as complaining as much as I am, and I'm a critic. So I'm very glad that they are at least looking into the issue, and maybe they'll resolve it. I hope they go back to the paper sleeves, but you know, it's still wishful thinking, and I can't always put my hopes up for that. Next, let's talk about Married with Children, which this was one of my favorite sitcoms when I was entering into my teenage years. I used to see it on TV Land all the time, and it's a stupid show, but it kind of knows that it's a stupid show. It's just kind of having fun with itself. It's the most zany, silly, and, well, honestly, most mean-spirited sitcom ever invented. But there's something about that just makes it so funny and enjoyable. I've always loved the character of Al Bundy. He's so relatable in so many ways. Like, he's the exact opposite of what a good TV sitcom father should be. In fact, that's really all Married with Children is, that it's the exact opposite of what the traditional good sitcom family would be. They just took all those cliches, threw them out the window, and gave you the exact opposite. I think that's why it was so cutting edge. It's almost like a satire of TV sitcoms, and it's still absolutely hilarious. And the cool thing a lot of people have pointed out is that these releases that Mill Creek have been doing have actually put back in the original theme song, Love and Marriage, sung by Frank Sinatra. I actually never knew that the DVDs didn't have that theme song put into it because, you know, I didn't really own the other DVDs. I think I owned seasons 3 and 4 for a brief time, but then I sold them because I needed some extra money, so I never actually got to watch them. And I got those on sale a long time ago. But it's really cool that Mill Creek was actually able to obtain the rights and, you know, put the original theme song back into it, because I honestly can't imagine Married with Children without its trademark theme song. So again, it's really nice that Mill Creek did that, and I still wish that they would just stop stacking the discs, but I've already expressed my distaste for that, and again, Mill Creek is looking into that. And the other thing I should probably mention about these two DVDs is that neither one of them has bonus features, which again, I didn't own the other DVDs for either one of these shows, so I don't recall if they did have bonus features. But if they did, please let me know. But I can, but I can assure you both these DVDs have absolutely no bonus features on them. So if that does disappoint you, I guess you could skip out on the DVDs, but these are more for, casual viewers. They don't cost a lot to buy, and you get 2 seasons for a very low price, and it's a very good deal in my opinion, because I don't buy these for the bonus features. I buy these for the shows, because to me, the entertainment that the shows give me is enough for the price they sell, and for 2 seasons, again, that's still a really good deal. So overall, I highly recommend these for anyone who doesn't own these at all and has been looking to get these in their collection and doesn't want to spend a lot of money. Definitely pick them up, because they are still very good DVDs. Despite the horrible packaging, they're still very good DVDs that I highly recommend. Next, let's talk about the 2 single disc releases of Mr. Peabody and Sherman, the original cartoon, which, because I have to show my complete dorkiness, is that the show is not called Mr. Peabody and Sherman. That's the name of the movie. The show is actually called Peabody's Improbable History, and it wasn't its own show. It was actually a segment on the Rocky and Bullwinkle show. Well, actually, it's gone by several different names, Rocky and His Friends and the Bullwinkle Show. I actually have the complete series right behind me. You usually see that in the background of the videos as the 100% Complete Bull, which is the entirety of Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends. Now, because DreamWorks had, of course, bought the rights to a lot of classic Media's properties, which included Mr. Peabody and Sherman, basically most of the J. Ward Library, among other things. So to obviously capitalize off the unfortunate success of the film, they've put out a couple standard disc releases of Mr. Peabody and Sherman, which just include a bunch of random episodes. There's nothing really too special about them. This is really more for kids who saw the new movie and really enjoyed it. This is just to get them introduced to the characters and where their origins came from. Other than that, it's not really anything special. There's no bonus features, of course. This is more for people who don't want to shell out the extra cash for the complete series, like I did, because I'm a complete dork, and just want to own some of Mr. Peabody and Sherman, very inexpensive, and just so they can watch it with their kids. I only recommend it for that, really. It's just for kids. That's all I can say about it. There's really not much to say about these DVDs overall. They're just standard single disc releases, nothing special. So that was my review of The Cosby Show and Married with Children Seasons 3 and 4, as well as the Mr. Peabody and Sherman Way Back Adventures single disc releases. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, definitely hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to keep up to date with all my video projects, you can like my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/aficionadoschris. You can follow me on Twitter, which is @aficionadochris, and support me on Patreon by clicking this link right here. Thank you for watching, and be sure to also check out my 2 previous videos.